Let's see if this is working. Yo, what's up, guys? Let's make sure this is working real quickly, and then we'll find some bets for tomorrow. Let's see if this is working. There we go. Bang. So we're up. Anyways, what's up, guys? We're gonna go through. Yo, what's up, guys? We'll keep this live stream quick. Let's just go through some early bets for tomorrow. So we'll take a look at all the main sports books. Again, in these live streams, I try to focus on, the main books we all have access to: ParlayPlay, PrizePicks, whatever. Again, I'm going to be tracking all the plays, all the live stream plays, just in a spreadsheet. So this will be like, I guess Friday, Feb 1st live stream, 1:15 a.m. And we'll just find some bets. So yesterday we had a pretty fucking good day. We cashed some dabble plays. We had two dabble plays cash from the live stream, which is pretty solid. So that's $900 profit because I hit them for 180. And what's up, guys? Mad to the seltzer. I got them because yesterday was my birthday. So I got them as a gift. So I got to drink them. But anyways, why don't we start out on Underdog Fantasy? Today we had a pretty crappy day on Underdog. I think I gave out 2 plays. They both lost. Dabble was fire. Fliff, we went 3 for 4. PrizePicks, pretty shitty, but on PrizePicks we went, we were really close on this one. Tyrese Maxey, I think he put up, I'm not even sure. I think he may have had over 6 threes on his own. I know he had at least 6. But that play was, so on PrizePicks, Drew Holiday, we would have gotten the 30x payout, $450, but we hooked there. Didn't really hook. He had 2, he went 7. We were under 5.5. But I think Maxey cleared. Yeah, Maxey had 7 threes on his own. So this play, we went 5 for 6. But anyways, long story short, a lot of bets. All in all, it looks like it was, $1,800 profit. Again, I'm going to be tracking all the bets from the live stream just in a spreadsheet. It's in the description on YouTube if you want to check it out. But anyways, let's start out on Underdog Fantasy. There were some good esports plays when I was taking a look, so we might as well lock some in. And then we can go over to PrizePicks, although PrizePicks seems a little bit dry, or actually maybe not that dry. So there is some value on PrizePicks already showing up for tomorrow. We have Franz over 25.5 points plus rebounds plus assists. So we can already start building a slip if we want to, which we definitely want to do. So again, like the general premise, so many people like to look at these last 5 grabs on PrizePicks, but kind of the key, what's up? No, my birthday's the 31st. Anyways, this will be the first pick we go with on PrizePicks. My birthday was yesterday on the 31st. But anyways, this will be the first pick we go with. So many people like to look at these last 5 grabs on PrizePicks. But again, every game is different. What you really want to be doing is comparing the lines on PrizePicks to sportsbooks, right? You want to be looking for discrepancies. Where's their value in the market? PrizePicks has thousands of lines up, all this different crap we can bet on, esports, so kind of the first step to beating PrizePicks, to making money on PrizePicks, is we just want to find value in the market. So if you look at his line, PrizePicks has him at 25.5 PRAs. Every other book has him at 26.5. So this will be the first pick we go with, and I'll slide over my screen a little so you guys can see it. Right, so PrizePicks has this line at 25.5. All these books have sophisticated models. They're taking bets, moving lines around based on where action's coming in, especially action from, sharper, profitable customers. In every other book, like we have 50 data points. All these books are posting NBA player prop odds. All these books have sophisticated models. They all have his line higher at 26.5. So PrizePicks is too low relative to the rest of the market. We want to take the over. But anyways, let's try to lock in, some other good picks to go with. So this will be the first play. I need to zoom out a little. And then we just, we want to find 4 more good picks to go with. I've explained this in a ton of YouTube videos, so I don't want to dwell on it. But PrizePicks, they give you really shitty payouts for 5-pick entries. Like if you look at Dabble, the Dabble plays we have on the screen, The dabble plays we hit yesterday, they're giving you a 6x payout. So you don't want to play. Yo, what's up? Thank you for the birthday, guys. But anyways, long story short, we don't want to play 3-pick entries on PrizePicks because they give you a shitty payout. And if you're getting ripped off, if you're getting shitty payouts, it's going to be pretty hard to make money sports betting. But anyways, we can go over to esports next, which, again, esports, it may not be a sport that you know a lot about, but what's great about esports is there's so many games every single day. Like if you go to Underdog Fantasy, we don't have football for, until next Sunday. Football is basically over. But what's great about esports is there's tens of thousands of lines on PrizePicks and Underdog at any given time. There's limitless games. There's like 50 esports games a day. All these books are setting lines independently. So that kind of means opportunity for us, right? So this game starts at 1 a.m. So, we can build an esports slip. Why not? And what we can do is we can kind of pull it up. And we can take a look at it, right? And we can just kind of, see what the data is telling us to do. So did PrizePicks already remove this? I'm not sure why it's not. Where's PrizePicks on this? So I'm not sure why PrizePicks isn't showing up on this little screen thing here. But you can see it's here. And let's just make sure they still have this line available. So if we go over to CS2, right, and we look at this player, his line is 29.5 on PrizePicks. And then let's kind of check the other sports books. Underdog Fantasy has his line at 31. Even if you only use PrizePicks, you should want to know where billion-dollar companies, books with sophisticated models, are setting their line, right? Like, obviously, it makes no sense to take his under 29.5 if you could get his under 31 on Underdog. You just know you're getting ripped off. You know you're getting terrible, you're getting a terrible line. So this can be the second pick we go with. And let's kind of see what else is available. So there's also some tennis plays. So, tennis isn't something I bet on a lot, but hey, we can lock in a tennis slip if we want to. But anyways, what we can do is ideally try to find some correlated plays. So what's nice about PrizePicks is on Underdog, if you try to pair League of Legends players from the same team, right, in a slip. So for example, if we try to take these two guys in the same slip, they don't let you do it, right? They don't let you bet on players from the same team to go the same direction. So we can't take both these players, right? Like we can't include these players in the same slip. But that's not true on PrizePicks. And what's nice about esports is there is some pretty solid correlation that, we can sometimes exploit. So basically, like, two plays we definitely wouldn't want to take are these two plays together, Lucid over and Kingen under. So in League of Legends, you want to take players on the same team to go the same direction. And that's because of correlation, right? Like on PrizePicks, if we take Mahomes to go over in passing yards, obviously if we're going to take a play on Kelsey, because PrizePicks has fixed payouts, we want to take Kelsey's over. If Mahomes goes over and has a great game and throws for 400 yards, Travis Kelsey's going to be a lot more likely to go over as well. But anyways, let's shut up for a second and let's just try to lock in some plays. So we have two picks, right? We have Wagner over 25.5 PRAs. It looks like the most random slip of all time, but hey, if that's where the value is, I guess that's what we're going to be betting. But what we can do is we can look for some correlated esports plays. So like, here's another solid one. So in general, like I like these plays where there's more data points. Like as an example, if we look at this guy, League of Legends, if we go over to League of Legends, first two player map kills, Hang, PrizePicks has his line at 3. Underdog has his line at 3.5. ParlayPlay has his line at 3.5. Hot Streak, they have his line at 3.5 with the over favored, right? They have the over juice to minus 158. They have more juice towards the over. The over's favored. So that seems like a better play to go with. And you have multiple data points. It's not like the NBA where you have 50 bucks posting odds, but there's still, various data points. So if we can find some plays with value and they're positively correlated, that's great for us. So what we want to find is esports players, League of Legends players on the same team. Ooh, here we actually have another CS2 play. This just popped up, but if we go over to the CS2, this is just the odds screen. which I kind of pull up sometimes just to like look at the market. PrizePicks has his line at 31.5. All these other books have his line at, 28, 29.5, whatever. So this seems like a second play that we can include in a PrizePicks slip. It's pretty simple, right? PrizePicks has tens of thousands of lines up. Find the rare few plays that have an edge, that actually have value, right? Lock them in, and then make money long term. I mean, hopefully that's what we do. Again, we had a good day yesterday. I included in the description just the sheet where we'll track all these bets, just by live stream. But anyways, what we can do next is let's try to find some esports plays now. So the first play, I mean, again, what's great about esports is there's just a fuck ton of games. So it always seems like people are like, why are you betting this random crap? But again, like, I'm just looking for value in the market. If there's a ton of good college basketball plays, I'll lock in college basketball. Anyways, PrizePicks has his line at 9.5. These other books, 8.5, 6.5. This seems like a solid pick to go with as well. So we can go over to League of Legends, and we can take Fodic under 9.5. And this game starts in 34 minutes. So we can lock in this, and then ideally, we can find a play that, ideally has positive correlation. So are there any players, on the same team or on opposite teams to go opposite directions? And there is. We have this Hang guy, right? We just discussed him, over 3. So again, these two plays are positively correlated. If Hang goes over, Fodic's more likely to go under, right? So you want to take one player to go over, player on the opposing team to go under. These two plays are positively correlated, so we have a nice little correlation bump on PrizePicks. Long story short, in League of Legends, find plays with value. Players on the same team, take them to go the same direction, both over or both under. Players on opposing teams, you want, one over and one under. But anyways, let's just go ahead and let's lock this in. You can see I'm limited on PrizePicks, so this book is basically useless to me, and why I've been focusing, more on Dabble is they just let me bet more money, whereas PrizePicks basically limits me to jack shit. So that's going to be the first pick we lock in. So hopefully you can see it on the screen. It's just a nice little 5-pick flex play. And again, whatever. Bet as much as you want on this. So we have Wagner over 25.5 PRAs. We have this guy over 29.5 map 1-2. We have Nodius under 31.5 map 1-2. And then we have 2 positively correlated League of Legends plays. And then we're going to move on to Underdog Fantasy. I mean, hopefully we can find some NBA bets for tomorrow as well. So here's the first play, which I hope is popping up on the screen. Zoom out. Anyways, you should be able to see it at this point. But let me just go ahead and let me add this here. So this is PrizePicks. I can only hit it for $15, which I'm not thrilled about. And then the payout is 10x, 2x, 0.4x. Depending on if we get, 5 out of 5 right, whatever. So PrizePicks is technically like a round robin. Yeah, let me drop the link in here as well. I should have done that before, but I didn't. So what we can do is we can just drop in the link. Anyways, you should see the PrizePicks slip on the screen now. Yeah, okay. So there you should be able to see the full thing on PrizePicks. So we have some early NBA value, and then we have some esports. But anyways, let's kind of move on. So we have a PrizePicks slip for today. That's great. Let me just increase the size on this a little to like 30 or something. And again, this sheet's going to be in the description on YouTube. It's just going to be all the bets from the live stream. And we'll see if we make some money. I mean, hopefully we do. But I think it's a good way to just kind of see, like, we had some losses today for sure. Just kind of how it is. But anyways, let's move on. So maybe we'll go back to PrizePicks. But let's maybe start out on Underdog. It doesn't look like there's anything on Fliff. I say this all the time, but depending on where you're located, like FanDuel, there's usually a lot of good bets. I just try to focus on the main sports books in these live streams. Like some people will ask me like, oh, why don't you use Bet365? Or why don't you use, whatever, Betway? It's like all these books, it's super annoying, but in the US, all these books are only legal in certain states. So, you know, you can only use the books where you're located. But anyways, let's go back here. So we can go to Underdog Fantasy next, and hopefully we can find some decent plays on Underdog. So this plays in the same game, rookie, under 8.5. So what we can do is we can just kind of take a look at it quickly. And again, like esports, maybe it's not a sport you like as much, you don't know as much about, but there's a lot of value in esports because there's so many games, and all these books are trying to set their own lines. Anyone know I get the wheel of death anytime I click a link on PrizePicks? I'm not sure. No idea what you're talking about. But anyways, let me go here and let's try to load up an Underdog Fantasy play. So let's refresh this. And, you know, again, like in these live streams, some people will be like, yo, I only use PrizePicks. If you're only using PrizePicks, I really recommend sign up for as many books in your state. ParlayPlay is a good book. They give you a $100 deposit match when you first sign up. You put in $100, you get 100, you know, you put in $100, they give you 100 for free. And again, you just never know where the value is going to be on a given day. Sometimes Underdog Fantasy has a ton of good bets. Other times it's PrizePicks. You know, it just kind of depends. But anyways, what we can do is we can take a look at this play. So you could also, a lot of these plays you could also middle bet, right? Which is a big word, but so it actually looks like they moved that. I was trying to bet him over 13.5, and it looks like they already bumped it up to 16. So I guess I missed that play. But let's see what else we can find on Underdog. And again, I personally just prefer the plays with more data points, right? Like some of these here we can see for rookie, it looks like only 2 books are posting lines, which I'm not sure if that's right. But anyways, like when there's only 2 data points, like this Kinging guy, you have Hot Streak, you have Underdog Fantasy, it's not really clear, like, okay, which book is screwing up from the rest of the market. So Dabble is pretty dry for tomorrow, whatever. We'll wait for tomorrow to hit some picks on Dabble. We can check out Better. I mean, Better doesn't have a ton. So it just kind of depends. ParlayPlay has some good slips, though. I mean, some of these slips are for football. Not going to bet on football. Trent McDuffie, under 4.5 tackles plus assists. It actually looks like there's a decent amount of plays on ParlayPlay. So maybe we'll come back to that in a sec. But let's start out with Underdog. Let's try to lock in an Underdog slip. We already locked in a PrizePick slip. I shared the link in the chat. Here it is, again, if you're looking to bet it. But anyways, let's go to Underdog Fantasy. And let's refresh it and just kind of see what's available, what's out there. Simkey, over 13. I see his line at 16. So it looks like they bumped up this play and I missed it. Simkey, over 13. So I don't even see that play available any longer. But what we can do is we can look at some of these other plays, right? And again, all this tool is doing, this fantasy optimizer, is it's just pointing out discrepancies. Where is Underdog Fantasy screwing up relative to other books? Where's their value on Underdog? Pretty simple. It's not meant to be super complicated. But anyways, why don't we look at this first play, which was League of Legends as well. So this play seems, I mean, it seems decent. Rookie's line is 8.5 on Underdog. Right? You look at PrizePicks, they have his line lower at 8. Even if you don't use PrizePicks, that's a data point. That's a source of information. PrizePicks is a multi-billion-dollar company. They have a sophisticated model. They're taking bets, moving around lines based on where action's coming in, especially from their sharper, profitable customers. ParlayPlay has the line at 7.5. Hot Streak has the line at 7.5 with the under as a minus 200 favorite. Minus 200 means a 2-to-1 betting favorite, 2/3 to go under. So not only do they have the line lower at 7.5, but they have the under as a pretty big favorite, minus 200. So all these things indicate to us like, hey, this play on Underdog Fantasy is pretty good. Because if you go through the math behind Underdog Fantasy, which we have some videos about. But I'll share this, little spreadsheet in here. This just kind of breaks down why, on Underdog Fantasy, to be profitable, all you have to be able to do is win these bets, your over-unders, just like rookie over-under 8.5 kills. You just have to be able to win these bets above 55% of the time. So if you can win your over-unders, let's say 60% of the time, your ROI, you can play around with the spreadsheet, but your ROI on Underdog, if you can win your picks, if you can win your over-unders, like rookie over-under 8.5, if you can win these 60% of the time, your ROI would be 30%. But anyways, you can play around with that. What we'll do is we'll just lock in some picks. So we have rookie under 8.5. That can be the first play we go with. And then, we just need to find some picks to pair with it. Again, what's nice about, so you can see that right here. So here's a play maybe I want to skip over, right? Hot Streak has the line at 4.5, but Jock Market, these books have the line at 5.5. PrizePicks is a little, they're kind of in between at 5, but it's not clear, like, okay, which book is screwing up. So if there's a huge discrepancy, sometimes I'll middle bet it. But, here it's like, okay, we don't have as many data points. It's not as clear, like, which book is offering value, the play with an edge. So let's kind of skip it over. But anyways, this can be the second pick we lock in. So, I mean, if you weren't planning on staying up and watching esports, you can do it now. This game starts in 20 minutes, 24 minutes. So we're going to get down a bunch of bets, a bunch of plays with an edge. Tactical over 2. So let's refresh this one more time. I'm not sure if I don't see any Underdog NBA bets for tomorrow. Underdog Fantasy, a lot of times, I mean, we found some good NBA plays today. Unfortunately, they didn't go our way, but the dabble plays went our way, so just kind of is how it is. So we have rookie. We're going to skip over that play on Showmaker. And we just need one more pick to go with now. That's all I'm asking for is one more pick that we can go with. So we'll try to find something. And what should we go with? Aki under 4. I mean, let's take a look at this. So like here, ParlayPlay and Underdog, they both have the line at 4. Doesn't seem like there's a ton of value there. Fofo over 5.5. Let's take a look at this. Here, doesn't seem like a play I'm super interested in. Not that it's a horrible play. It's just I prefer the plays where it's like, oh, Underdog Fantasy is clearly, relative to the rest of the market, the side that's screwing up. So like here's a great play. Hope under 8. So as long as this pick isn't in the same game, we'll be able to bet it. So let's just go here, right? We want to take Hope under 8. So this seems like a solid play to go with. 3 esports plays, right? So you check out Hope's line. Underdog has it at 8. Most of the other books have it at 7.5. It's like, okay, that seems like a play with solid value, a solid edge. Seems good enough to me. So we can go ahead and we can lock this in as a 3-pick entry. Boom. So there we go. Now we have an Underdog Fantasy play. Hope under 8, map 1, map 2. We have Fizy under 31.5, map 1, map 2. And then we have Rookie under 8.5, map 1, map 2. And then Underdog Fantasy gives me a max of $100. So I was able to bet this for $100. Again, the spreadsheet kind of tracking all the plays will be in the description. So on Underdog Fantasy, these are a 6x payout. So you're betting 100 to win 600, which is plus 500 odds. We're betting 100 to win 600 total, but only 500 of that is profit. So we can go ahead and we can lock that in. And again, the general reason why you want to find discrepancies, like it's crazy. If you think about it, it's insane, right? The exact same bet. This is the same fucking bet, right? Fizy, like Underdog has his line at 31.5. PrizePicks has his line at, where was it? PrizePicks has his line at, they don't even have his line up, but other books, long story short, had his line at, what was it, 29.5, 28.5. Like, it's crazy if you think about it. It's like if there were, it's like if there were hundreds of different prices for a stock, right? You could go to Fidelity and buy, Google at $130 and then go to E-Trade and sell it at $150. It would be pretty easy to be a day trader. So that's what's crazy about sports betting is all of these books, they all want to be unique. They all want to set their own lines, and they screw up a lot, right? And when they screw up, that's opportunity for us. Damn. So, I mean, it looks like there's some other esports value on PrizePicks. Deco over 10.5, whatever. Nick Richards even under 20.5 points plus rebounds. All the other books are opening him at 19.5. So a lot of times the best bets are early when books first post lines, right? And again, I don't think I can just outsmart the sports books with my gut. I know I can't. I know basically nobody can. If you're not betting with data and you're just betting random shit by watching sports, thinking you can outsmart everyone else, outsmart the market, I mean, it's not going to happen, right? So, that's why I follow a very data-driven approach. Is PrizePicks has the line at 20.5. I have all these multi-billion-dollar companies telling me the line should be lower at 19.5. These books have sophisticated models. They're taking bets, moving lines based on where action's coming in. It's kind of like if you could buy Google stock at $100. Obviously, you do it. There's millions of investors who wake up every day and think about, is Google overpriced? Is it underpriced? And this is the point, 140, 116. That's the point where supply and demand meet, is the current price is trading at in the market. But anyways, what we can do is, so we have an underdog play. We have a PrizePicks play. You can see they already bumped one of the lines. So you want to try to move quickly, on all these platforms. Anyways, here's the PrizePicks play, and here's the Underdog Fantasy play. What do you think about betting when there's only one sporting book to reference to? I recommend, thanks for the happy birthday wishes. Appreciate you guys. Underdog Fantasy. Yeah, let me get the link. Sorry about that. So when there's only two books posting lines, I typically recommend skip it or middle it. Yeah, Underdog Fantasy is a pain in the ass. They move this shit fast. Anyways. So again, all my bets, aside from Dabble, they're all tracked on FanDuel. Yeah, I mean, they move stuff quickly on Underdog. I don't know what to tell you. I wish they didn't, but they do. Should we hit a ParlayPlay slip? Are people interested in ParlayPlay, or should we just try to find another PrizePicks slip? Man. So what do we already have on PrizePicks? Right? We already have Fodic and Hang. These two plays are positively correlated. And then we have some CS2 plays. They already bumped one of them. But we can probably find maybe Fliff. There is no Fliff right now. Parlay. Bro, we're obviously going to hit parlays. We're obviously going to hit parlays. Hot streak. PrizePicks, 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 PrizePicks. Damn. Don't worry, Keen. We'll hit some NBA. We'll hit some NBA. I don't think all the books have posted NBA lines for tomorrow. I don't see a ton on Dabble yet. And a lot of times the best NBA plays, well, actually, now some plays are popping up. So here's an early play. A lot of times the best bets are early. Sportsbooks first post odds. It's 1 a.m. They have no idea where to set their lines, and they're just, there's a lot of value in the market sometimes. So you take a look at this play, Ohio State basketball, right? Even if you don't use FanDuel, it doesn't matter. A lot of people are like, oh, I don't use FanDuel. Why do I care where FanDuel has their line set? Again, it's a source of information. As a sports bettor, you want as many data points, you want as much information as possible when you're placing your bets. So like we take a look at this guy, Jameson Battle. FanDuel has his line at 5.5 with the under favored. So not only do they have his line lower, but they have the under favored. PrizePicks and Dabble, they both have this line at 6.5. Right? So this is a clear under, right? We want to slam this under. It also looks good to the last 5 grabs, but again, every game is different and it's all baked into the market, right? Like it's stupid to be like, oh, well, 5 years ago, Google, whatever. It's like a lot has changed. Every game is different. Players are injured. Why was Maxi's points line higher today? Because Embiid was out. Like all this shit is baked into the market, which is why you want to, your first step should be wow. There are a lot of PrizePicks plays. So we already have Hang and Fodic. But maybe we can find some other good picks to go with. So the first play we can go with is Jameson Battle, under 6.5 rebounds, college basketball play. This will be the first pick we go with. Battle under 6.5. No, don't take the bump. Fuck bumps. In general, you don't have to parlay your Fliff plays. I think today, someone's asking why I always parlay my Fliff plays. Today, I think we placed 4 bets on Fliff, and none of them were parlays. I did not mean to search for the flu. Right? We had 4 bets on Fliff today, and none of them were parlays. You can parlay them, but we didn't parlay them. But anyways, we have our first PrizePicks play. So what we need to do is find some more picks to go with. Again, fuck bumps. I'm not going to take, I wouldn't recommend taking it again. It's just some of the value goes away and it feels like you're getting ripped off. It's like buying a house. If your neighbor got the same house for a better price, it just kind of feels shitty. It could still be a good bet, and sometimes I'll re-bet things, but in general, I try not to. We could take the NBA play again. I mean, again, it's kind of up to you. So let's go back to our slip. We're on Fodic under 9.5. We're on Hangover 3. But ideally, we're already on Hang under 8.5 on Underdog. So even if other books have his line lower, I'm not going to take him under 8. It doesn't make any sense. But ideally, we can find some plays, again, that are positively correlated. So these plays aren't. So Lucid over 2.5. The other books have his line at 3. Showmaker. But, the play it's recommending on Showmaker is under 5.5, which doesn't make any sense. We don't want to take, an over and an under for players on the same team in League of Legends. You want to take them to go the same direction. So anyways, let's go here. And what we can do is we can take a look at this CS2 play, Deco, over 10.5, first map kills. Never did I think I'd be betting on kills for esports, but hey, I mean, right, pretty clear value, 10.5, 12, 13. Again, you could also middle bet this if you want to. You could bet his under 13, include his under 13 in a parlay play slip, and then just include his over 10.5 in a PrizePick slip. I mean, it's crazy, right? Like, imagine seeing Anthony Davis, his rebound line at 10.5 on PrizePicks, 13 on Underdog. Bet the over 10.5 on PrizePicks, hit the under 13 on, parlay play, not Underdog, I apologize. If he has 11 or 12 kills in the first map, you're going to win both bets. We're going to win the over 10.5. We're going to win the under 13. You can also, on parlay play, what's cool about this sports book is you can create your own Taco Tuesday. So you could bump him to 13.5 only for a max of $20. But if you wanted to, you could do that, right? Then we have a 3-kill discrepancy. And what you have to remember is these players, their distribution is centered around where their line is set, right? So this player, Deco, he's not going to have 50 kills in the first map, and he probably won't have 0. It's, the most likely outcome is he has 10, 9, right? Somewhere around where his line is centered. So getting, a 3-kill middle or, under 13.5 on ParlayPlay, over 10.5 on PrizePicks. I mean, that's an absolute no-brainer. Chick-fil-A. Unfortunately, it's closed. But anyways, what we can do is we can refresh this, and let's see if there's anything new. I mean, is that tennis play still available? It is still available. So, I mean, honestly, we can lock in a tennis play. Why not? Under 22.5 total games. So, let's go here. Right? So, again, like PrizePicks, general strategy, if you're not finding line discrepancies, they give you the same payout if you take a player's over or under. She's pretty. So if you take her to go over or under, you're going to get the same payout regardless. All the sports books have the under heavily favored, including Pinnacle, which is a pretty sharp book. You know, Bet Online. You have multiple data points. All these sports books have the under favored, right? And on PrizePicks, when you kind of go through the math behind PrizePicks, which we have this spreadsheet on, what you're going to see is on PrizePicks, you know, to be profitable long term, you have to be able to win your picks above 54.25% of the time, right? So if you can win your over-unders, like Mertens over-under 22.5 total games, if you can win these plays over 54.25% of the time, you're going to be profitable. So here it's like, okay, like it's not super high profit margin, but hey, I'm trying to bet. All the books have the under heavily favored. That's a play winning above 54.2% of the time. And again, on PrizePicks, most people, they can't win their over-unders. Like, that's not easy to do. You got to win your picks 55% of the time, only losing 45% to be profitable on PrizePicks. But anyways, so what do we want to go to next? I mean, Team Liquid, NRG Esports. Okay, beautiful. So we already have this play on Jameson Battle. Okay. We already locked in this play, so I'm not going to include it again. Under 20.5 points plus rebounds for Nick Richards. So we can go here, right? Again, it's like, you don't have to know anything about Nick Richards, right? Because all public information, and again, it's not perfect, but everything is baked into the market. Lineups, injuries. Is LaMelo playing? Is he not playing? You know, it's all baked into the line sportsbooks are putting out. They all have his line lower at 20, 19.5, 18.5. So like clear as day, there's value on the under 20.5. That's the play we want to be on. And we have Franz over 25.5 PRAs. But anyways, let's try to find some correlated. You know, we still need 2 picks to go with, and I'll share the link afterwards. So we have this Team Liquid, so that seems good. Team Liquid, Dark Passage. So let me just filter for League of Legends for a second. Man, there's a fair amount of CS2 value right now, right? I mean, Ben 337. I mean, look at this, like versus NRG. So if we take a look at this play, right? I mean, once again, PrizePicks has his line too low relative to all the other books. Over, right? I'm not saying it's a guaranteed win. It's just a play with an edge. It's like finding a coin that's weighted in your favor. ParlayPlay has this line at 12.5. Again, you could middle bet it if you wanted to. Bet the over 10.5 here. Then on PrizePicks, you know, bet the under 12.5, or you can bump it to 13 and bet the under 13. But you can only do that once per day, where you can, like, whatever, bump the line in your favor. So anyways, here seems like another good pick to go with. Again, I have absolute shit betting limits on PrizePicks, which is why I don't focus on it that much. I probably won't focus on it. Minimum entries are $10. See, like, I don't even understand this book. Minimum entries are $10. I'm trying to bet $10. Entry amount must be greater than 0. So they're not even, like, it's coming up as 15 to win 0. PrizePicks is such a janky platform. Entry amount must be So let's try refreshing it and let's see if that works quickly. Taking way too long to lock in this play. But anyways, what we want to do is we want to go to Richards under 20.5. And if PrizePicks just isn't working, that's going to be frustrating, but whatever. So let's go here. So let's see if it's showing up. 20 to win 60. So now it appears to be working, right? So we wanted Ben under, over 10.5. We wanted Deco over. A lot of esports line discrepancies, which we'll take advantage of. And then we wanted Jameson Battle under 6.5 rebounds. We can just refresh. I mean, sometimes as PrizePicks post lines, who knows? Maybe we can find something even better for tomorrow. So like, for example, whoa. So we're already on this Fodic play, right? We're already on his under 9.5, so let's not play that again. Let's just kind of skip that over. We're already on Hangover 3. But I mean, here's another play that's just popping up. So if we go back here and we go to League of Legends, we can take a look at our boy Shanks, under 7. So let's go to League of Legends and let's take a look at his line. I mean, they have his line at 7. Again, on PrizePicks, as you can see in the spreadsheet, we have to win 54.2% of our picks to be profitable. These other two books have his line at 6.5, right? Hot Streak has his line at 6.5, and and they have his under. Man, that's not what I meant to do. They have his line at 6.5, and they have the under as a minus 200 favorite. So the under is heavily favored or juiced. Right, minus 200 means a 2-to-1 betting favorite, 2/3 to win, 66.67% to win, whatever, however you want to think about it. So we want to go to Shanks under 7. That actually seems like a really good play that I don't think we saw before. And that's in, I mean, ideally we can find some correlated play to go with it. Anyone's Legend versus LGD Gaming. But unfortunately, there's not really anything else with like super good value. But what we can do is we can check out this play, Dolka. Seems like the most random shit. I'm aware it sounds so stupid saying Dolka, Dokla, whatever this dude's name is. But hey, if that's where there's value. So these two plays are positively correlated. You know, so we have two positively correlated plays, right? One over, one under, map 1 kills. And what we can do is we already have this play on Shanks. This play we already locked in. This play we already locked in. FlyQuest versus 100 Thieves, whatever. Like, we got to make a decision. So should we include Nick Richards? Should we not include him? Honestly, let's just run it as a 5 flex esports only, which we can do. And here's the play, and let me just make sure to share the link, and we can lock it in. So I posted the link in the chat. So we have Ben 337 over 10.5 map 1, Deco over 10.5 map 1, Shanks under 7.0 map 1 2. Dokla over 2.5 map 1. That's positively correlated with UMT under 2.0 map 1. Anyways. And again, like, I would bet more on PrizePicks, but I can't. So just kind of how it is. So that will be our third pick of the live stream. And again, the reason I follow, and honestly, this college basketball plays back, but fuck it, whatever. I mean, there's honestly there's a fair amount of esports plays available right now. But the reason I follow a very data-driven approach, right, is, so this play is also available on Underdog Fantasy. So this play is also available on Underdog Fantasy, this Jameson Battle play. But again, I follow a very data-driven approach because I used to be a trader. And all day long as a trader, if you're working in a trading firm, all you're doing is seeing trades from other people who think they're really smart. Oh, I think Facebook's going to go up. I'm buying it for 200. Right? You just buy for, as a trader, you just buy for 190, sell for 200. There's some guy who thinks he's really smart, thinks Facebook's going to go down. He sells it to you at 190. And then there's some guy who thinks he's really smart and thinks Facebook, his model, his bullshit model, he thinks Facebook's going to go up. He buys it at 200. You just make $10 risk-free. That's exactly what a sportsbook's doing, right? They're charging the vig. They're charging juice. And then they're just letting all these crazy, stupid handicappers be like, oh, Drew Holiday's the GOAT. He's going to go over. Then another guy says he's going to go under. And like none of these people have any idea what they're doing. And these books just get equal action on both sides and they just make the vig. That's exactly how a sports book works. They just hope they get equal action on both sides. And then if particularly sharp or profitable customers are betting, they'll bump the line in that favor, in favor or in the direction, right? If all the action starts coming in on Bulldog under 3, they'll bump the line down, or under 3.5, they'll bump the line down to 2.5 or 3. So honestly, this plays, a lot of these esports lines are moving right now. Thank you for the happy birthdays. Anyways, what we can do is we can go back here. And I mean, should we lock in one more prize pick slip? Let's check out League of Legends. Right? I mean, again, like, it seems like the most random shit of all time, but hey, I'm just here to bet. I'm just here to bet on the good shit. So we want to go here, and then we want to go to college basketball. And we just want to go to this guy, under 6.5 rebounds. Again, FanDuel has his line at 5.5 with the under heavily favored. Solid-ass value on that. So this is in Gen G. So ideally, we can find, sometimes I'll just like search, is there any other play with value in this game? Doesn't look like there is. I have these loose. So now we have 2 picks. And Nick Richards under 20.5. Right, so we can go here and we can go to Nick Richards under 20.5. Again, all the other books, like, even if you love Nick Richards tomorrow, you can always skip over a pick. Like, I'm not saying everyone just, you should always just follow the data, otherwise you're an idiot. Not at all what I'm saying. I follow a very data-driven approach. But, like, obviously, if you're betting him over 20.5, when you could get him over 18.5 on Hot Streak or over 19.5 on FanDuel, you're getting fucking ripped off. And if you're getting ripped off, you're not going to make money. So, like, finding value in the market should be the starting point, for any profitable sports betting strategy. But most people don't even talk about the odds they're getting, the line they're getting. It's just LeBron James over. And a lot of people will be like, didn't you know? Whatever, like, don't you know, like, Nick Richards always plays well against the Oklahoma City Thunder? It's already baked into the market. The sports books know that. Other sports bettors know it. And if it's public info and other sports bettors know it, they'll hit lines and they'll hit bets, and sharp customers will place bets, and the sports books will react and move the line in that favor. Like, markets aren't static. These books are constantly adjusting their lines based on where action's coming in. Anyways, so we now have 3 picks. It looks like the most random stuff. I'm aware. And honestly, like, I'm probably just going to run the 2 positively correlated esports plays again. So what we want to do, I mean, again, correlation is king. So if we go here, I mean, it's such a nice added benefit. So we have anyone's legend. There was nothing correlated in that game we could go with. We have FlyQuest. I don't think there was any, there's nothing really. So these plays would be negatively correlated, right? We don't want to take River under 2 because he's on an opposite team. So it's kind of a pain, but, what we can take, I mean, again, like, obviously, depending on how much you're betting, don't feel pressured to take this again, but I'm going to take it again, and I'm going to track it again. And also, I'm limited on PrizePicks, so personally, I don't really care. Like, I'm down to place a couple more bets or include the same pick. So you can see these assholes already bumped it down. They already bumped it down. We bet them under 1.5. They already bumped it down. So anyways, I'm not even going to lock in anything. These plays all look solid on PrizePicks, or we will lock something in. What am I saying? We're going to lock something in, but let's just try to, you know, ideally find some new plays. So let's check out like League of Legends. What's the deal here? And I think this is map 1. Here we go. And again, we were close on the play today. I mean, a lot of fucking green. A lot of green. 11 combined made threes. Like, we had a great day today. I mean, I'm pretty happy with it. We had 2 dabble cashes. Not perfect, but $1,800 profit. If you would have tailed everything, again, the live, or the sheet, I'll put it in the chat, but the sheet kind of tracking all the bets, you would have been up. Did he freeze? Did I freeze? Is the screen freeze? Nah, it appears like we're good. But if you would have tailed everything just for the exact amount of money, and obviously, I know, it's one day, it's a one-day sample size, but hey, we did pretty well. Oh, shit, so here's actually a new play. And honestly, maybe we lock in the tennis play because why not? But if you would have tailed every bet, and again, like I'm aware, I'm limited on PrizePicks, so some of these may be smaller than what you're betting, or maybe, you know, whatever, but directionally, you get the point. So what we can do is we can go here, we can go to Mertens under 22.5, and then here's a new play, Jalen Johnson. So it seems like, did PrizePicks just release odds? You can see early line movement. Look, I don't know why, but you can see the market is ripping towards the under. So who knows? Maybe all of the sharp, early, profitable customers on sportsbooks are hammering Jalen Johnson to go under. I don't know, but you can see he's moved from a minus 135 favorite to go under to minus 146. All the sportsbooks, right, have his under heavily favored. On PrizePicks, we get the same fucking payout if we take him to go over or under, so we want to take his under. And again, I don't want to bet $15. That's just the max they're going to let me bet. So what we can do is we can just load this in quickly. Battle under 6.5 rebounds. College basketball. And again, we went through some other picks. If you can't bet college basketball in your state, obviously there's some good plays. There's some other good plays you can go with. Can you close Pickett so we can see the full screen? Yeah, I mean, I could, but the reason I have my phone connected in the first place is because I'll link it. Give me a sec. The reason I have my phone connected in the first place is just, you know, there's a lot of sports books like Fliff that only work on your phone. Link is dropped. Chill. So here we go. Bulldog under 3.5, map 1, map 2. We have Nick Richards under 20.5 points plus rebounds. We have Mertens under 22.5 games. And we have Jalen Johnson under 8.5 rebounds. I can guarantee you the Johnson play will be bumped by the morning. And obviously, like, getting bumped doesn't necessarily mean it was a good pick, but these are solid picks. So there we go. So that's our third prize pick slip. And again, like I always say, a lot of people will ask me, hey, any Fliff? Here's the slip. I think you can see it. If not, I apologize. Yeah, they're all under. Which one got bumped? Anyways, I'm not sure if you can see the screen. What did they just bump? I dropped the link, but I'll post it again. Give me a sec. There we go. So there we got the full play. Here's the link. Ay. There's the link again. Nah, you can see the full screen. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I see under 3.5, map 1, map 2, under 6.5 rebounds. Yeah, okay. So we're perfect. So anyways, what we can do is we can refresh this. And what we can do is we can check out Underdog. I mean, we can see if Dabble has anything. Again, we cashed 2 Dabble 6Xs on the live stream today. But there's just, you know, we'll wait for tomorrow. There's nothing crazy that's worth like staying up for. It is a Blackberry White Claw. I got it as a gift for my birthday. People know me well to get, yeah, it was just DoorDashed. Anyways, on Underdog, is there anything we want to lock in? I mean, there is some value on Underdog. It seems like the day never ends. So, where should we start on Underdog Fantasy? I mean, we could lock in this battle play again. We already have it on PrizePicks. But, whatever. We might as well lock it in again. So, let's go to Underdog. There's a ton of value on ParlayPlay right now. I don't know if it's worth keeping everyone up to do a ParlayPlay slip, but we can think about it. But here's the first pick we want to go with. Jameson Battle under 6.5 rebounds. And that's nice because Underdog, I have a little bit higher betting limit, so nothing to complain about there. And then we just need to find some other good plays to go with. So, like, here's an esports play. I mean, we found some esports value on PrizePicks. But if there's value on Underdog, there's value on Underdog. So let's kind of check it out. Over 21.5 map 1, map 2 kills. I mean, PrizePicks has this line at 25.5. That's fucking insane. Like, imagine an NBA player's points line being 25.5, and then on Underdog it's 21.5. It doesn't make any sense, right? And even if you only use Underdog, PrizePicks is a sophisticated book. They're taking bets, moving lines based on where action's coming in. They have the line 4 points higher. Value on the over. Really clear value on the over, to be clear. And then we just need one final pick to go with. So let's go here. And what can be the final pick? So we already have a play in this Rare Adam game, so this doesn't even work anyways. Travis Kelce not to score a touchdown. Yeah, I think we'll skip that over. I mean, we have 2 really good picks. So ideally we can find something else that we can go with. And you can see some bets popping up on Caesars. You know, like, look at this. Clint Capella they have his under at -104. All these other books have his under heavily favored around like -130, -125. The best advice I ever got when sports betting, what makes you money, is just treat it like trading a stock. You know, the sports betting market is super fragmented. All these books set their own lines. It doesn't make any sense. We're essentially able to buy this stock at $104 when the rest of the market is pricing it around $125. That's a no-brainer. Anyways, so I think we already have a play on Hope. That name rings a bell. Nope, we don't. Never mind. I'm an idiot. So let's see. What did we lock in previously? So we already locked in Hope under 8 on Underdog, so I won't be able to lock that in again because they have a max limit of $100. But what we can do is we can check out maybe some of these League of Legends lines. And we can look at the first 2 map player kills. So here all the books have the line at 3.5. Not super interested in that. ICU, like ICU Nurse. Nah, kind of skip that over. Zika over 6.5. Let's check out this play. So this play I kind of like. The other books have the line at 7. Hot Streak, they also have the line at 6.5, but they have the over heavily favored. So this seems like a play. Again, on Underdog, we got to win our picks like 65% of the, or 55% of the time or more to be profitable. So this can be the play we go with. 1, 2, 3. If you want to lock it in, go ahead and lock it in. Kelsey scoring 2. Well, we're not betting it in this slip anyways, so let me scoot this over. Underdog, I'll share the link in a sec, but you can see the play here, right? I mean, I hope it's showing up on the screen. Is we have battle. Again, everything, all the plays will be tracked just in this spreadsheet. So here it is. Here's the full spreadsheet. But anyways, here's what I'm locking in on Underdog. So if you want to bet it, I recommend betting it now because I'm about to hit this shit. And, you know, when I share the link, I assume if they get a lot of action at once, we cannot detect your location. Super frustrating. So let's go ahead. Let's lock this in. What the fuck? There we go. So there it ended up going. And then let me put my Underdog Fantasy here. NBA bets for Friday. We currently have Jalen Johnson under 8.5 rebounds. Nick Richards under 20.5 points plus rebounds. No straight bets yet. I don't see anything on Fliff. I mean, there are some good, you know, there's some early, if you use Caesars, this seems like a great play. Capella under 9.5 rebounds. All these other books have the under heavily favored. They've been moving lines towards the under. You know, Caesars is the only book with his over favored. Every other book has the under favored or the under juiced. That seems solid. Dabble, the board is pretty dry, so we're not going to hit anything on Dabble. Probably tonight. Better, the board is dry. Fucking hate when the board's dry. Underdog Fantasy, you know, there are some pretty good plays. PrizePicks, we locked in a ton of shit. And you can see there's even more esports. There's even more value. Like, I mean, like, what the fuck? I mean, it's honestly shocking. If this is correct. So, like, here, this Fizy guy, didn't we already bet him? No. So you look at this player, Corey. His line is what? 26 on Underdog, right? His line is 29 on PrizePicks. I mean, that's insane, right? Like, this is a clear middle bet. Hit the under 29.5. Hit the over 26. It's like if Luka's points line, well, Luka wouldn't be that low. It's like if Kawhi's points line was 26 on Underdog, 29.5 on PrizePicks. Like, that's a slam. Under, over, include these in two separate plays. If he has 27, 28, 29, you win both bets. That's a middle bet. And I mean, ParlayPlay has it even lower at 25.5. I mean, I didn't really want to lock in another PrizePick slip, but if we got to lock in another PrizePick slip for 2 a.m., we might as well do that. So what we can do is we can go here. We already have him. I mean, really clear value. These other books have his line at like 23.5. No, so we want to go to CS2. And we want to go ahead and we can lock this in. 29.5, 20, like 23.5. I mean, this is a 6-kill discrepancy. Hit the over 23.5, under 29.5. Again, you don't have to know jack shit about esports. There's a 6-kill discrepancy. It's like if there were a 6-point discrepancy in an NBA player's point line. You'd think it was Taco Tuesday, right? You'd think it was like a discount. We're essentially like forming our own discounts. So let me refresh this. I mean, we'll see if there's anything to pair with it. If not, I mean, Boom. Here we go. We got more NBA plays showing up for tomorrow. Might as well lock some stuff in. So this doesn't even make any sense, right? They have the same PRA line on PrizePicks for Capella as points plus rebounds. Obviously, if you want to bet his under, you want to take his under points plus rebounds, because if he gets an assist, not like he gets a lot of assists, but if he gets an assist, that doesn't affect points plus rebounds. So, we can kind of take a look at this, because it seems like PrizePicks is fucking this up. Right? They have his line at 21.5. Every other book, every other market data point has him at 20.5. Again, all these books have sophisticated models. Just follow the fucking data. It's not that hard, and you will make money. So we have Clint Capella under 21.5 points plus rebounds. We have Corey under 29.5, which is a new play. That play just showed up. Didn't see it before. At least I didn't see it. And, a lot of these plays were already on. You can only include one CS2 play in the same slip on PrizePicks, or one player from the same team. So we could take Richards again. People keep asking for NBA picks. Richards under 20.5 points plus rebounds. Or not. What do we want to go with? It's crazy how big. It's crazy how big some of these. This play's new. Chovy under 9. Man, these plays just keep coming up. So PrizePicks, they're literally asleep. When I say they're asleep, they're quite literally probably asleep. So there is no one moving their lines, any of these sportsbooks lines. If they post a line and they're 3 points off from the rest of the market, they're fucked, right? So you see here, Chovy, his line on PrizePicks is 9. Hot Streak has his line at 8.5 with the under heavily favored. And you can see here, this is the sportsbook screen. Right, PrizePicks has line at 9. Jock Market has line at 7.5. Right, it's what are they doing? It doesn't make any sense. But for us, that's a great thing. If all books had the exact same lines, there wouldn't be any value in the market. There wouldn't be any easy money to make, which would suck. We want there to be easy money. So Chovy is a great play to go with. And what else do we like? Trae Young. Meh. Anyways, there's some good esports plays. There's also a lot of value on ParlayPlay. I don't know if I feel there's a ton. There's a fair amount of NFL, but so let's get rid of NFL. Obviously, I love the NFL, but there are a lot of line discrepancies in CS2. And a lot of bets, there are a lot of bets on ParlayPlay. So I guess we're going to have to log in a ParlayPlay slip. And I know I don't sound too excited. Kevin Durant over 25.5 points. These plays are kind of low, shittier profit margin. Do I have FanDuel filtered out? It's a little weird to not see any FanDuel bets. Usually there's pretty good value on FanDuel, so I do have better filtered out. So you can kind of filter out books, Sometimes it's just information overload. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. We may have a Fliff play. Let's go. I don't love it. Anyways, I don't love it. We'll find some more Fliff stuff tomorrow. There's more value on player props on Fliff, and they already bumped it. Fliff is getting faster, and it's fucking annoying. I don't want these books to get faster, but some of them are. And they already bumped Chovy. So anyways, there's some good bets on PrizePicks, but I got to take a piss. So, I mean, there are a lot of good bets on PrizePicks. I don't even know what to do. So they already bumped Chovy. There's some really big CS2 line discrepancies in this rare Adam game. Also some good middle bets. Clint Capella under 21.5 points plus rebounds. Right, Jameson Battle. I mean, how much do we want to fade this guy? We could play him again. I know not a lot of people can play him, but we've gone through some other picks, so, you know, just replace it with something else. We have Shanks under 7. And again, like, I'm aware, you know, some people will be like, you included the same pick. Like, that's either going to make or break a lot of the slips. I know, but I'm kind of fine with that. If they're good picks, right? If there's value on them, like, I don't really care. If a bet is good, the bet is good, right? So then we can go to Franz over 25.5 PRAs, which is a little bit of a scary play, but let's kind of check him out. Boom, 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, he's gone over 4 out of the past 5 games. There's solid value on it. All the other books have his line at, what was it, 26.5? I mean, seems pretty fucking solid. All these other books have his line at 26.5. We're getting him at 25.5. Thank you, PrizePicks, for my max bet size of $15, which is absolute bullshit, by the way. Like, under 21.5 points plus rebounds. Again, what's weird about Capella is his PRA line is the same as his rebounds line, which doesn't make any sense. We have Jameson Battle under 6.5 rebounds. Shanks under 7.0, map 1, 2. And then I'm probably done with PrizePicks. I mean, we've hit a lot of the value. A lot of the value's dried up. Maybe I'll stick around for another parlay play slip. But let me just put this into the sheet very briefly. And again, like, PrizePicks isn't really going to make or break the profit just because I'm limited to only $15. So again, I shared the sheet for tracking all the profit and loss. I'm linking. So again, if you're just tuning in, hitting a ton of bets. We had 2. If you were on the live stream, we had 2 PrizePicks caches on Dabble, which is pretty solid. Dabble isn't tracked on Pickett yet, but man, I need a haircut. I need to shave. I look fucking horrible. But anyways, that's okay. So these were just test slips, so you can kind of ignore those. So, I mean, Chris Dunn, tilting as fuck. This guy doesn't score for the entire game, aside from ruining my parlay in the first, 5 seconds of the game. But we hit 1 slip, 2 slips, not that one, 3 slips, 3 6 picks on Dabble. So I'm pretty happy about all these. I mean, we had some nice little 6 wins. Anyways, I gave the link. This is the link. Anyways. And here's kind of the spreadsheet kind of tracking all the plays. Any FanDuel plays with value? Let's take a look at FanDuel. Hopefully we see some green when we wake up. Or you could not go to bed and, you could watch them. So let's go here, and then let's go to our filters, and let's kind of increase this. Where's FanDuel? Where the fuck is FanDuel? So, I mean, no, I honestly don't see a lot of FanDuel value, which I'm pretty surprised about because usually there's pretty good bets on FanDuel, especially early. I mean, there's some soccer bets, but, nothing crazy. Grizzlies plus 225 against the Warriors. That seems halfway decent, but honestly, the board is a little dry right now. There was some value on ParlayPlay. But here's PrizePicks slip 1, 2, 3. I mean, again, they're all tracked in this sheet. We have an $100. Did we lock in 2 underdog plays? Did I miss one? Let's check it out. So I did. So I apologize. I didn't even add this in yet. So this is our second play. So I think we have 4 PrizePicks plays and 2 underdog plays. So we have Jameson. So we're all over this guy, under 6.5 rebounds. He's going to make or break the day. So we have map 1, 2. Then we have Xbro over 21.5, map 1, 2. So we have 2 Underdog Fantasy plays. 1, 2. So we can go over to ParlayPlay. And we can take a look. Let's get rid of the NFL because I don't feel like waiting that long. So on ParlayPlay, they have the same payouts as PrizePicks for 6-pick flex plays, 25x, 2x, 0.4x. I mean, it's pretty crazy, but there's a lot of esports value. It's crazy just reading some of these names. Whistle. It's like, oh, Whistle. So let's take a look at Whistle, right? Let's see if there's actually as much value as we think there is. And it's just rational sports betting, right? Finding value in the market. Okay. So let's take a look at our boy Whistle. So this game is tomorrow at 11 a.m. We just want map 1. So let's go here to map. First map, player kills. And let's kind of take a look at him. 3, 3.5, 3, 2.5. It doesn't look like PrizePicks has a lineup yet. If we go over to League of Legends, it doesn't look like they have him lower at 3 as well. I'm not sure why that's not showing up here, but whatever. So we want under 3.5 for Whistle. And then we want Cuz. Man, these players' names. So we want Cuz. And now this is first 2 map player kills. So again, like sometimes the value, like you never know which market is going to have the value. I mean, again, you don't even know the sport all the time. So this game's starting soon. Man, these are the guys. These are the athletes we are betting on. So we already have this play on Jameson Battle. I could include him again. Again, on PrizePicks, if we wanted to, I'm not saying I'm going to do it. We already have him over 10.5 for Deco. What you could do, because ParlayPlay has his line higher, is you could take him under 13.5, right? ParlayPlay, his line is at 13. You could bet the under 13, middle it. But you can also bump a line in your favor, and we could get him under 13.5. But honestly, I don't care enough. I'm not going to do that. So it's also boring. I mean, the thing about middle betting is it's just a little boring compared to having an actual sweat on. So then we have Luger under 5. Underdog and Hot Streak have the line at 4.5. Again, it's just kind of a pain in the ass because a lot of these are first map player kills. 5, 4.5. I mean, this play seems solid. So we can go back here. 1, 2, 3. Right? 1, 2, 3. So we now have 3 picks. Yo, what up, Trent? My fucking guy. Anyways, let's go back here. So we have Luger. We want to take him. Honestly, I'm calling it a day for now. Trent came in here. It's fucking cursed. But we got some good plays in. Hopefully we can find some good plays for tomorrow. We were fucking dialed in. Kevin Durant over 25.5 seems solid on PrizePicks as well. You can see off the open, you know, all these books have... Man, yeah, Trent... Nah, I'm just fucking around, Trent. Anyways, if you want to make any of the plays we went with the 6 flex, this play seems solid. Durant over 25.5 points. All these other books have the over heavily favored. Trent came, it's chalk. I'm done with the slip. We're not hitting this fucking ParlayPlay slip. But anyways, Durant over 25.5 is a solid-ass play to go with. If you want to make a PrizePicks 6 flex, all the sports books have already ripped him to being a heavy favorite to go over. So we'll stay dialed, stay dialed. I'm fucking out of here. Anyway.